What's up, everyone? It's Mike Hamley. I'm here with Righteous Reg.
Yes.
We just watched Forbidden Door. That was a crazy show. Let's talk about this shit, Reg.
Yeah, man. Super busy show. A lot happened. A lot of amazing matches. I think all the matches that we expected to deliver totally delivered. This show was pretty great, man.
Yeah, this was an awesome one. Probably my favorite supercard kind of show that I've seen in my adult life. I don't know. I'd have to look back to the 90s ones that I only watched when I was younger anyway.
Right.
But like, of anything in recent memory, this just smashed them.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy to really think about how this week and before all this, we've talked about how injuries played such a big part and plagued the whole show, but they still made lemonade out of those lemons with all of that shit that happened on this show. Everybody fucking delivered. They did it. Forbidden Door. It happened. New Japan versus AEW. And I think they got the desired result off of this. This was dope. Super dope. It ended up with Moxley being the new world champion. AEW interim world champion, baby.
Absolutely.
Chicago was on fire as always. They are one of the best pro wrestling crowds there are to exist. They did it again. I see why they keep getting these shows, because they are an electric crowd, and I loved it.
Chicago really popped off. We were talking right before we went live, and I was like, man, they should just do them all here. Like,
seems like they are at this point.
Yeah, there was. I don't remember seeing an announcement about it, but it might have been like between matches when I went for a bathroom break or a snack break. But I noticed they had an all-out banner hanging in the venue.
Yeah, I saw that too at certain points in the show. It said early September maybe for the show. So
September 4th was the date on the banner. It didn't say a city on the banner though, but it's hanging up in the United Center. So
exactly. Like, where else is it going to be if they're not, if they haven't announced it and it's just in the Chicago's place? Like, I'm guessing that means something, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So look, Chicago's getting another one. Damn, dude, this is crazy.
Honestly, they could probably do that one at the United Center, I think, and have no problem pulling that one off.
Especially if Punk's going to be back in time for that, then it's going to be an easy sell for sure.
Hell yeah. Let's dip into the card now, though. Probably one of the best buy-ins I can ever remember seeing before one of these shows. Like, it really just, like, the match quality was an extension. It was basically just an extended main card. Like,
definitely.
The first match, Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi getting the win over Aaron Solo and QT Marshall. No more QT Marshall slander.
QT hit that 450 and was like, look, I'm tired of y'all. I can do all the things y'all think y'all favorites could do. I could do it. QT Marshall came through. Super huge pop for Yoshihashi and Goto when they came out. Like, the fans were really excited for everything New Japan, which was really dope to see.
Yeah, it did not seem like there was, only the hardcores in the crowd knowing who everyone was. Like, that everyone in that building was lighting up for the New Japan guys that were coming out. Yeah. Hiroki Goto, legend.
Super duper legend, man.
But yeah, Aaron Solo was there to get pinned, obviously.
He had some spots. He got his shit in. Yeah, like you said, no more QT Marshall slander. QT can go. I know he's a jerk. He's these things. But honestly, on a real tip, he's a really talented wrestler, really talented coach. Like, he played an inaugural part in probably, a lot of the show happening, a lot of putting together things in the back. So shout out to QT Marshall for getting to kick off the whole thing. That was dope.
Hell yeah. That was such a fun match. Next matchup, the Haas fight that I didn't know I wanted to see, but like, hell yeah. I'm so happy I got to. Nick Comoroto lost to Lance Archer, but
the way that Lance Archer started this match with that cannonball thing that he did, it was like, okay, this is the type of time y'all are on.
Oh man, they're like, Lance Archer, stop landing on your head challenge. Go,
dude. The problem is he does it to himself. It's never like a suplex or something crazy.
Nope.
It's him. Like, the first time he did the crazy moonsault landing on his own head. Here he lands right on his head. First start of the match. It's like, dude, be careful out here. But yeah, this was one of them big Haas fights. Nick Comoroto, another, QT Marshall plays a part in him being here. So this big Haas fight, these guys just threw them soup bones for the whole match. Lance Archer connected to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So this was a great part for him to be in. Nick Comoroto's coming up, man. But Archer did it. He showed his power. He did the old school Undertaker moonsault spot. Good shit. I liked it.
Nick Comoroto military pressed Lance Archer over his head. That was fucking bananas. Lance Archer's got a crazy G1 block too this year. He's in there with that's a Haas block.
Right.
That's the big boy block. So that'll be fun to watch him in a few weeks.
They'll be throwing leather for sure.
The next match was like my match of the night until later on in the night. But you had Suzuki-gun, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado taking on Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Swerve and Our Glory getting the win here. But
let's go, baby. My homeboys is on the card. Here's Swerve and all his glory. Looking great. Great jacket, great ring gear. There's still this little tension between Swerve and Keith Lee. We don't know when it's going to explode, but they got the victory here. They're looking great as a tag team, but they look like they're beefing in the background. We don't know what's going on here. I was excited to see Swerve and Keith Lee lock it up with both of these guys. I think that they bring a different style of New Japan, like the core of New Japan. I like how the core of New Japan was represented here in the buy-in. Like a lot of the staples that should be a part of a thing like this were included in this. So this is super dope to see. My homeboy showed up at the end with Ricky Starks to talk some shit. Powerhouse Hobbs, they came out and said, y'all are great. Y'all are beat everybody, but y'all ain't beat us yet. So they're still setting up this match. It's lit.
Adding to the list of people who were featured in this match, Will Washington got some camera time too.
Will Washington got a lot of camera time, honestly, throughout the whole buy-in and the whole show. I'm like, they're trying to get Will Washington on camera every time, and they did. It's hilarious. I swear they look for him at this point. They're like, oh, there's Will. Here he is. Put him on there.
Okay, we got Demon Grin in the chat. I want a street fight to end the Swerve Lee Starks Hobbs feud.
Yeah, definitely. It's leading to some type of stipulation type match or something to end this off for sure.
Yeah, this has Violent Blood feud written all over the end of it. What I learned watching this match was that I would like to see Swerve Strickland versus El Desperado in a singles match.
Yep,
very badly. Also, shout out to Keith Lee, who was very generous with letting Suzuki-gun get their shit in.
Right. Yeah. No, Keith Lee could give it up sometimes. He knows when it's time to go in there and let some other people shine, and he did it here.
He got put in a figure 4.
Right. Yeah, not a lot of people are putting Keith Lee in a figure 4.
No. Wicked match. Next up, we had LA Dojo, DKC, Alex Coughlin, Yuya Uemura, Kevin Knight versus Max Caster and the Gun Club, but really it was a 4-on-2 handicap match.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here in the beginning. The fucking ass boys ran off immediately. The fucking Acclaim get that pop that they get every single time. Like every single time I'm like, what? It's so I don't know what it is about the raps or whatever it is, but as soon as their music hits, the crowd goes crazy. They did it again here. Max Caster came through with some bars on them boys too. I liked his raps that he spit here. This was pretty fun. I like this.
This was like a top 3, if not maybe best ever Max Caster verse before a match.
Definitely, I agree.
That was fuck.
He came with it. Yeah, I was. I don't know what happened with the Danhausen thing. I'm still super confused about why they just ran and never came back.
So the song is a song that Danhausen had produced by a content creator. 2 minutes to late night.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he trolled him with it. They got all pissed off and went to go find Danhausen and
never came back.
Yeah, but it's okay because Billy Gunn's going to disown his kids and adopt the Acclaimed because him and Max Caster beat the whole LA Dojo.
Yeah, that was an interesting. Handicap. I'm like, wait, hold on. 2 guys beat 4 guys. I don't really know what's going on here. Shout out to my homie Kevin Knight, though. He looked great. He was getting some height on all of his offense. Actually, all the LA Dojo guys had a tremendous showing here and always have tremendous showings. Shibata really tore it up down there. We'll get to Shibata a little bit later.
Alex Coughlin got a strong man spot in with Billy Gunn, that's what I wanted going in off the top. So
Yeah, fall away slammed on Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn's a giant motherfucker, man. So he's so bigger than everybody, not just in New Japan, everybody in AEW. He's like the biggest guy.
He's like 58, man.
Dude, he's old and he's giant. He's a monster. Shout out to Billy Gunn. He's been doing it for so fucking long.
Shout out to whoever gets Billy Gunn as supplements too. Jesus.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And main card, not the match I thought that was going to open up, but great match to open the show up.
Mm-hmm.
JAS and Minoru Suzuki versus Wheeler Yuta, Eddie Kingston, and Shota Umino.
Mm-hmm.
JAS gets the win and the advantage going into Blood and Guts on Wednesday.
Yeah, they try to put Will Washington on the Summer Jam screen here again by showing him during Judas, trying to get him singing Judas. He didn't fall for it, though. It was really close. I saw you, Will Washington. I think our favorite part of this were the interactions between Minoru Suzuki and Eddie Kingston, because you were just waiting for this. Eddie Kingston wasn't fucking around, man. He was chopping the shit out of Minoru Suzuki. He was bringing that heat. But as soon as Suzuki hits the wind-up forearm, it's over with, man. That's just like the knockout blow. He was knocking out guys left and right with these forearms, man. Suzuki's on another level. No one can stop the Murder Grandpa, honestly, man. He's on fire.
Yeah, shout out my homie Don, who was in the second deck, and they let me know you could hear those chops like loud and clear in the second deck of that place. I think the way the match started out with Utes just coming in and hitting Jericho with 6 fucking German suplexes really let you know what kind of match we were gonna get.
Yeah,
knockdown, drag out, everyone's just beating ass.
Shout out to Jericho. He's old too, but he's out there working, man. It's kind of the same thing he did with the Eddie Kingston match from a few months ago. It's like he brought that Japanese strong style. Like he knows he's gonna work a different style when New Japan is involved, and I like that. He's constantly thinking of things like that and doing different matches in different situations. So this is super cool.
I really liked the juxtaposition in the one section where Suzuki no-sold the machine gun chops, and then he did it to Jericho right after, and he just crumpled.
Yeah.
But Jericho Appreciation Society, Minoru Suzuki get the win, and they get the entry advantage going into Blood and Guts.
Yep.
We get the next match, the winner take all IWGP Heavyweight Tag Title, ROH World Tag Title match. Roppongi Vice, Jeff Cobb and Great Khan, FTR, 7-star FTR.
Big pop FTR. They got their super huge pop coming out here with their titles. I think we all know what was going on here. We all kind of had seen the writing on the wall. We know that Revival, FTR, is on their way up. It was a little bit scary there in the beginning, though. We were all kind of shocked when Dax Harwood looked like he injured himself. The doctor took him to the back. We were like, yo, what's going on? Like, he's not into this match. But he came back. Big heroes pop to come back, Bret Hart style, 1994 Royal Rumble. I loved it. It was a great way to bring him back. FTR got the victory here. They are now the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Champions, ROH Tag Champions, and they have the AAA.
They still have the AAA. Yeah, they're belt collecting right now.
Killing it. They're on fire. I'm sure they'll get a lot more before the year is over. Great match.
They're going to go cut weight and take the IWGP Junior Tag titles.
I believe it, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if that happened.
I definitely got worked by the shoulder spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. He sold the hell out of it. Honestly, really good. As soon as he started it, it was like, oh, yeah, whoa. Yeah, no, he was great at that.
There's been so much injury bullshit around this show that I'm just like, of course this would happen in this match. Absolutely. It's
it did feel like that. It
one
felt
of the most
like
anticipated matches of the whole card, and you're gonna just please, wrestling gods, don't fuck us like this. Come on.
Not while the show is happening, please.
Yeah, shout out Rocky Romero's sliced bread too. I love that. I love it. I love the way he hits that specifically.
I like that Trent's been involved all around here, even like in the matches they've had on Dynamite and Rampage. They know that he has roots in New Japan, so he's been connected, and he's been killing it in all of his spots too. So,
Trent. Absolutely, yeah. I could have thought Roppongi Vice could have walked away with this just because they've never had the ROH tag titles, and they've never had the IWGP heavyweight tag titles. They've only had the junior tags.
Mm-hmm.
So like a nice little victory lap in New Japan for them, I thought could have been a thing that was happening too. But
right,
really happy it went on FTR.
It looks like they're going to stay in the mix too with both sets of titles. So
it's going to be so.
Yeah.
Next matchup, we had the inaugural AEW All Atlantic title. The All Atlantic title, but really it's it's the Intercontinental.
Yes,
title.
Yeah.
It's going around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Connors versus Pac versus Malachi Black versus Miro. Clark Connors' unfortunate situation landing Tomohiro Ishii out of the match, and he had to, he was the finalist in New Japan's qualifier tournament, so he, as the other final, the runner-up basically gets to come fill the shoes.
Right.
I felt so bad for him for like almost the entire match.
Yeah.
He was just getting the shit beat out of him by
everybody. You can't fill Ishii's shoes, so like you're gonna get your ass beat. Like Miro was like, "Who is this kid, and what is he doing in here with me?" But the whole match.
I really liked watching him in Best of Super Juniors this year. He didn't have like a great run in there, but like him and Taguchi had probably the funniest match I saw Taguchi have with anyone in that tournament. I was like, all right, yeah, he's getting tossed around, but like he'll get his cool shine spot somewhere in this match, and he's everyone's gonna love it because they're just running shop on him. He couldn't stay in the ring for more than like 5 minutes, but like Pac finally getting some gold.
This has been honestly years in the making. Pac has, as we talked about before, through the pandemic, he was one of the MVPs. He was an early contender for the AEW World Championship, and kind of like, now I want to say a forgotten time, but like a weird time, as we all know. He was traveling, having travel issues. Like he went through all the things you could go through. So for him to get the victory here was super important because he needs like a reward for being a kick-ass, incredible wrestler too. And this is great. I love the ending with I thought Miro was going to take it at the point. Then Pac goes up, hits the 450, and just it's ends it how he does it. It was a great ending. It made everybody look cool. Everybody got their shit in. Malachi Black got to spit some black mist in Miro's face. That's going to set up some shit with them because Miro doesn't forget shit. He's going to hold on to this for like 5 years. He's going to be like, remember when he spit in my face? So yeah, this is cool. Shout out to Pac.
Miro in the House of Black now. Him and Brody King are going to be like the new Brothers of Destruction.
Oh God, don't tease me with a great time, please.
Oh man, this match was so fucking cool. It was going to be like, you look at who's in it on paper. My only thought out after it now is like, I want you to take these 4 guys plus throw, Ishii when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Put them in a block and have them run the round robin of singles matches all against each other. Because like, I want to see all of those matches in every variation you can come up with.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how this belt is defended. Is it going to be like, how often is it going to be defended? What's it going to lead to? There's a lot of great questions coming out of this title match.
I think it would be really cool if they always have 2 different nationalities competing for this belt. Like never have 2 people from the same country. Defend, like in a match for it, always have it be defended as an international title.
Yeah.
And the cool thing too is like, Pac being from England himself, I'm sure he can take that to like, maybe go defend it somewhere in an English promotion. Or elsewhere. Like I'd like to see this be like the actual internationally traveling belt too.
Like when he flies back home, like let him take the belt with him and get it in over there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, defend it in like Rev Pro or something like that. Get some matches in somewhere with it. But congratulations again to Pac. You deserve it, man. Next match we had up was the Bullet Club versus Dudes with Attitudes. El Phantasmo and the Young Bucks versus Darby Allin, Sting
is the new Jack. When they get to a building, he's like, where am I jumping off of to get to this match? Sting started the match with the high jump off something. I can't stop laughing at Sting being amazing. Again, it's crazy to think about like his 63. Run in WWE, and it was like okay, Sting is done. Like, he doesn't need to be wrestling. And then he gets to AEW, and you're like, wait a second, I don't know what was happening, but Sting is still. I guess they set him up in the best ways with the multi-man match. It's like, this is what we want to see. I don't need to see Sting in the world title match. I don't need to see that. Like, I just need to see Sting being Sting and doing shit like this. So yeah, Sting in the ring with the Young Bucks is hilarious. Sting as Shingo's partner is hilarious. Like, all these things are so funny. And
Stingo.
when Stingo, yeah. When the Young Bucks are in a match, what kind of match are you gonna get? So this was that shit.
The two things I saw about it, I saw Stingo and I saw Los Stingobernables.
Yes, I like that too.
Dude, 63 years old. Get the fuck out of here. He's just diving off the entranceway.
Not like the guy that he had, built his career off of, they say, that's about to have a match. And I'm like, yo, do not have a match. Let Sting keep wrestling. Other guy, do not do this. But yeah, this was dope. Seeing El Fantasma in the AEW ring, getting to do his thing was awesome too. So yeah, everything was great here.
I need to speak very, very seriously for a moment.
Yes.
The Bullet Club back rake spot is the greatest thing in professional wrestling, and I will fight you over that.
Boom.
Anyone, anytime.
Mm-hmm. Anybody, anytime can get it over the Bullet Club back rake. I get it.
I was Matt Jackson was like, I've missed doing this. He took his time.
He's silly.
The one thing I was kind of hoping would happen with it was that instead of doing it to Darby, I was like, the other best possible way this could happen is if they tried to do it to Sting and he just fucking no-sold and clapped everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that it was Darby so it could actually happen because that shit's so funny. Mm-hmm. But Shingo picks up the pin with the Last of the Dragon. Great fucking match. That was, it was just fun. I honestly point out the bad match on this card.
You can't.
Especially having seen it now, it was like there was some on paper, you're like, all right, that'll probably be okay. Everything was just fucking great.
I'm interested to see if is everybody just going home, or is anybody gonna be in Detroit on Wednesday? Is Shingo still around for a one-on-one match with somebody? That would be some questions to be asked over here, man.
I would love to see Shingo wrestle. Pick
anybody, just pick somebody out. Yeah, you.
Hell, I'm if you look up and down the roster, you could probably get I'm sure there's a PWG rematch in there for him somewhere, even someone that he knows. But next up, we had the AEW Women's World Title defense. Thunder Rosa defeating Toni Storm in probably my favorite one of Thunder Rosa's title defenses so far, hands down. Maybe my favorite women's world title match since Britt versus Statlander at All Out.
Yep. Toni Storm is an incredible talent. Every match that she's had in AEW has been fire. I knew this one was going to be fire because she's been on a run. She just knows how to build a match. She knows how to work. She just knows how to fucking work, man. So I was really looking forward to this match, and they totally delivered. Thunder Rosa's, there's been some controversy on her. There's been some things going on, but when the bell fucking rings, she knows how to work, dude. She doesn't, and none of this stuff matters. These two women are incredible. Put them in the ring, ring the bell, and you're going to get a dope match. I'd like to see more between these two. Thunder gets the victory. There's a lot of contenders for her. There's just so much good that comes from a great match like this.
Absolutely. And Thunder Rosa is going over to Japan too. She's going to be in PJPW wrestling Miyu Yamashita.
Ooh,
that's going to be a fucking fire match.
So fire.
This one was I want to just take a moment to acknowledge Toni Storm's hip smash, looking literally looking like just someone's getting hit by a car every time it fucking happens.
It's devastating.
Also really cool, Thunder Rosa picking up the win using one of Dustin Rhodes' moves.
Shout out to Dustin. He deserves a lot of credit for what's happening with the women's division, being a great coach over there. Everybody always gives it up to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, the IWGP US Heavyweight title match. Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay picking up the win. This was the match where everyone was like, Orange Cassidy.
Why is he in there with Will Ospreay? There's Will Ospreay. He could be in there with anybody.
Watch this match and just shut up.
There you go. Orange Cassidy came through with his working boots. He knew what time it was. I mean, you're not going to be in a match with Will Ospreay and not fucking work. That's why I'm like, if it's anybody with Will Ospreay is not going to be in no bullshit, man. Like, you know what time it was. You knew that Orange Cassidy has a history of great matches, of great moments, of great spots. He's not new to this. He can work. He knows what's up. And here it was. Ospreay is quite possibly the best wrestler in the entire world, in a world where Mike Bailey exists, in a world where Bryan Danielson exists, in a world where all these people exist. He is a notch above hella people. Such a great wrestler. So to see him in his element, just going one-on-one with Orange Cassidy and them tearing it down is amazing.
Everything he does just looks like clean.
It's
like,
so clean.
Perfect execution.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's like Pac and Finn Balor are like those guys. Like everything is so tight and exactly where it needs to be. They're just like expert level pro wrestlers.
Give me Pac and Will Ospreay on Wednesday before he goes before either of those guys leave the country.
Yes, he can get a title match, or like we just talked about, Shingo. Give us Shingo and Pac, and then we'll all cry tears of joy for a million hours. But yeah, the post match here.
Yeah. Oh man. I before we talk about that, I do want to just say like Will Ospreay, he did some Orange Cassidy spots here too, like the lazy Kawada kicks and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like that was cool. But yeah, the post match on this, Aussie Open, starts beating down on Orange Cassidy. Roppongi Vice comes to try to make the save, but they get just, they're tossed out of the ring instantly. They're all beat up from their tag match earlier. And the music I was not expecting to hear at any point tonight.
I didn't know what I knew somebody was coming, but I did not expect.
So Katsuyori Shibata has like the best entrance music in all of pro wrestling, maybe, because it's just like, it's a vibe that no one else's theme has when that hits. And oh man, he came out and he moved. Like
the crowd went insane. Everybody lost all of their shit.
Mm-hmm. A few friends on the timeline were freaking out about that one.
Mm-hmm.
And like he actually got in the ring and like did some shit, like some contact shit, which
both sides. He was on offense and on defense for a little bit here. So
that gives me hope, but also feel like Demon Grin here in the chat actually jumped out my couch.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep, absolutely. I'm excited. Like, I hope that are we gonna get some Shibata matches happening now? But like, also I'm scared. Like, I don't know if
should we get Shibata matches? Like we want them, but do we want them? I don't know. Yeah, it's
it's one of those things. I feel like guilty for wanting it, but I definitely be wanting it. So I don't know.
I'm gonna be mad if you give them to me, but I'm gonna be sad. I don't know. It's a crazy place to exist in, and then like Bryan Danielson, like everybody's wanted to see this match. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this is awesome. This moment was great. He came out, he did his thing. They got a little spot in with Orange Cassidy at the end too. This was phenomenal for the crowd, phenomenal for the show. This was one of those moments that you want a show like this to have this type of moment.
It was one of many holy shit moments of the night, but possibly the biggest surprise. And then right after it, another huge fucking surprise. Reg.
Oh my goodness!
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson's replacement in this match, and in Blood and Guts next week, the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli.
Back in the fucking game. The pop was huge. People were going absolutely mental. He looked amazing. Blackpool Combat track jacket, just in all of his glory. Claudio is fucking back. And then this fucking match, Mike. Holy shit, these guys, man. Oh my God. This was, Bryan Danielson said it. He's like, this match is going to fuck y'all up on Sunday. And this match fucked all of us up. All the technical mastery you could ever want. There's submissions, there's reversals, there's strikes, there's stuff on the outside, there's power. Claudio's carrying him upstairs by his arm. Like, this was a beautiful matchup. What a great way for Claudio to enter into AEW. Like, you couldn't wish for a better debut than what happened here against fucking Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. was the master that he always is. He brought all of his shit that he does to fuck people up. He got the crowd into what he is. He showed why people do consider him to be the best technical wrestler in the world. But Claudio was just too much. You can't beat that momentum. You can't beat that energy, the crowd. You can't, all these elements. You can't beat these elements that Claudio brought to this match.
Fully equipped with a new Mikey Ruckus banger.
Ooh, super fire. I loved everything about this, man. The presentation, the fucking Videotron, all this shit was perfect.
Zack Sabre Jr.'s joint manipulation is second to none. Like, Bryan Danielson said, this is going to be the best technical wrestling match. And I can't think of one that I've seen in a long time that, like,
only thing that would have beat that is if Bryan Danielson was in the match. So it was the perfect replacement, honestly.
This is like the fourth match these guys have ever been in with each other. Third singles match they've ever had. It's the first time it's happened on U.S. soil. And oh my God, Claudio's like a legit superhero. Like he is the Swiss Superman. He's like He's a freak of nature. When he was in a triangle choke and they fell outside with it, and Zack Sabre Jr. didn't let him go, and then he just like fucking picked him up while he's still in an armbar, and just walks up the steps and bombs him into the ring. Like,
the thing that I love about Claudio is like how he was in his WWE career is he does so much. He's such a tremendously talented, strong wrestler that his arsenal was filled with so much. Like in this match today, he only did like half of the things that he can do. So like he's going to continuously bring things that are going to blow people's minds. Like in a year, we'll still be like, wow, he hasn't done this one cool thing that he always is like, it took him so long to do the UFO in the WWE. And that's one thing in his arsenal. He has a bunch of things like that. So this is amazing. I can't wait to see all the things beyond the Blood and Guts match. The Blood and Guts match is going to be fun, but I can't wait to see what Claudio does, all the people he gets to lock it up with in AEW. There's so many great potential matches that are going to come out of this.
I want Claudio and Lee Moriarty.
Yes, please. First, today.
Claudio and Lee Moriarty. Claudio and Jonathan Gresham. I want, like...
That's happening. Jonathan Gresham's here. Thank you.
Yeah. Bring in... fucking just let Claudio wrestle everyone who would be considered for the ROH Pure division that's coming up. Like, just let him be the litmus test for all these guys that you're going to bring in. Just let them get fucking just fucked up by Claudio.
Yes, agreed.
Obviously Claudio gets the win here. Ricola bomb. Ricola.
Yep.
Let's go. And then our first world title match of the night was after this. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship 4-way match. Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page versus the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada and Switchblade Jay White. Coin drop pop.
Coin drop, super fucking pop. People can't believe that they're in the same building as Okada, is what it was like. That's like, no, he's really here. That's him.
There was
pop is crazy.
A lot of pictures from inside the arena. I can't believe I'm in the same building as Okada.
I'm saying, people legit cannot believe it. Like, it's real. And Okada was here. Okada had his robe looking great, shining, looking like the best fucking wrestler in the world, acting like it, wrestling like it. Jay White, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, all his little sneaky shit was here. He was manipulating things. Great match. The ending. I did not. I hate multi-man. Somebody hits a spot, the other guy comes in, throws the guy out, and I hate that shit. This was a little bit better because he hit him with the Blade Runner, but it's still the same concept of getting the one over type thing. I just hate these endings so much. And this was kind of flat. Like I didn't like Adam Cole kind of kicked out or something. It was kind of a weird ending.
So the match itself up until that little sequence at the end was fucking great.
Phenomenal.
The ring announcements, you could that felt epic.
Yes. It was big. It was
like big fight. That was like Bruce Buffer UFC title fight feel, like when Justin Roberts, and I'm sorry for not knowing the New Japan ring announcer's name, but when they were making those announcements, like you could feel the energy in that place.
The crowd knew that they were witnessing something big.
So my understanding is Adam Cole suffered an injury in the match.
Yeah.
And
Adam Cole was injured before the match is what I
so I don't know how clear he even was to be in there, but hopefully whatever he did didn't exacerbate.
Like everything. I was surprised. I was waiting for them to either take him out of this match, like get him out before, like when he was in there doing the whole regular thing. I'm like, wait, I thought he wasn't supposed to, but
I noticed I noticed a lot of his offense, like mind you, it's Adam Cole, so a lot of it is just super kicks anyway. But like a lot of his like upper body moves, he wasn't really doing many or hitting a lot. Spent a lot of the time like disposed of out of the ring.
Right.
So I'm
something was up.
I'm assuming that was just them working around it and trying to keep his workload down. But something happened in his last interaction with Okada at the end there, or just a little bit before that, and he definitely like grimaced beyond like just what looked like selling a move.
Shit.
So,
and then the doc was immediately in after the match was over too.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there was just like maybe an audible on the finish there, and they had to just kind of,
because you knew Adam Cole was taking the pin, so it's like we gotta. Yeah, I could see having an
just hit him with some shit. I'll hit you with some shit.
Pin
him.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So hopefully Adam Cole's okay. A couple people I know that were at the show were mentioning that Okada got carried out after the match as well.
Oh shit.
And that was like off screen. So if that's like just selling the Switchblade, that's rude. If you're carrying him out off screen, that's like kind of an excessive sell. So hopefully that's all it is and he's okay. But like, God damn, this show's so cursed.
I'm kind of happy it's over with. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Switchblade Jay White retains. Definitely not the last we'll see of him in an AEW ring.
No way.
Like, there's no way.
I could see him still sticking. He could probably still be here on Wednesday. Like he's gonna. And the story between all these guys isn't over also too. Like there's singles matches between everybody still to be done. So
I want that Okada Hangman match so bad.
It's gonna happen somewhere here.
Title or not, I don't give a shit. Just let him go in there and bang.
Definitely.
But the main event. This was a main fucking event. The interim AEW world title, Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Like this match, from the entrances to just the match itself, this was a big fight main event. I fucking love this match.
This one felt like one of those big epic New Japan main events. Like Tanahashi just has a way. I was thinking that too when the match was beginning. I was like, well, Tanahashi has like built a career off being on big shows that there's a card full of amazing matches and he has to follow an amazing match with an amazing match. I'm like, he's done this so many times. This is just a regular day to him. And this is what it was. You think Jon Moxley's going to have a show full of incredible wrestling without there being some fucking blood here, dude? There's no blood. You better save the blood for me. Big fucking gusher. I don't know how it happened so fast, but Jon Moxley, he just loves bleeding all over the place. He was bleeding all over this fucking ring, man. What a guy. I love Jon Moxley, man. He just loves pro wrestling so fucking much.
He got an early start on the blood and guts match.
That's what I was thinking too. At the end, they're like, it's going to be blood and guts on Wednesday. I'm like, we're looking at blood and guts right now.
It's funny too. Like, go back and look at when he started bleeding. Like Tanahashi called Sling Blade, and he only heard the blade part.
Blade. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
No, Sling Blade. John Sling Blade. Blade. No, I'm bleeding.
No, like he took a sling blade, rolled out of the ring, and he comes back up, and he's just like he looked like Tom Lawler in the Defy match.
I love it.
Crazy.
He took a sling blade and was like, "Blade, I heard Blade, dude.
Oh man,
lit."
I didn't even like. I couldn't even take notes for this match. I was just watching it, just going.
Yeah, this is one of those just emotions. This is how you do a pro wrestling match, where you just sympathy, blood, great spots, just an epic main event. This was awesome. Moxley got the victory, AEW interim champ. He's been building and talking about this for a long time. He deserves to have a run with the crowd, man. He was the champion during yes, seriously. He's gonna be bleeding on the way to the cage, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, he's earned this spot, man. He's earned being the AEW world champion. I'm excited to see what he does with this. This match was awesome. Seeing Tanahashi in a main event AEW big epic match was badass.
This show, you mentioned it about the buy-in, how it it had like the real roots of NJPW going on in it. This card, top to bottom, perfectly had everything that's good about AEW and New Japan simultaneously happening throughout every single match, top to bottom on the card. Like everything that you love about AEW, be it the tag team wrestling, Daredevils, risk taking, all the high flyers in the world, the technical excellence that is now there with Claudio Castagnoli joining the Blackpool Combat Club with Bryan Danielson, and then of course the brutality that is Jon Moxley. New Japan main event, like Hiroshi Tanahashi. This is it. Okada in the semi main and Tanahashi in the main event. That's how you do a fucking New Japan pro wrestling show. So you could have put that Mox and Tana match on Wrestle Kingdom. That wouldn't have looked out of place on there. That was like that was a New Japan pro wrestling fucking main event right there.
It was. Yeah, it was great. Shout out to Moxley. Shout out to Tanahashi. Shout out to everybody on this fucking card. Great way to come out the end with a great show. Like, it got sketchy there for a minute. Injuries are like really scared us, and we lost some great matches that we originally thought we were going to get, but what they gave us here was amazing, man. I love the show. They had some great big moments. The crowd was hot. The matches were awesome. Surprises. It was everything you could expect from this, honestly.
Honestly, I really want to try that theater experience.
I thought about that too. Yeah.
I don't know if there's anywhere in Canada that does it. I know that there's like a whole chain in the US that does them, right? So that would be That'd be.
I just want to get high during the whole show. That's why I haven't went yet, honestly. That's pretty much why I haven't. I'm like, I can't smoke in there. I'm gonna just stay home and smoke.
Just bring the distillate pen. Just puff it down into your sweater, Edge.
It's too hot to wear a sweater, Mike. See, they're gonna be suspicious.
I live. Honestly, it's actually unspeakably hot here right now. So I was going to say, I live in Canada. It's not hot. It's actually fucking hot. Climate change sucks ass.
Yeah, climate change is fucking worse.
Vape in the back. See, there we go. All over.
Okay. I'm going to think about it for the next one.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, fuck. Holy, what a good show, man.
Yeah, great show.
Absolutely amazing show. Let's, let's let the people know where we can find us, and wrap it up here. So, Reg, take it away.
Yes, it's me, Righteous Reg, media man, your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster. Every Saturday morning, you can catch me on Grapsity Podcast, and you can catch me on Bodyslam.net, a bunch of different places. I'm working on some things. Me and Mike are finalizing something to really get this thing going. At Righteous Reg on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere you can be. RighteousReg.bandcamp.com for the music. It's me. I'm everywhere. You'll see me again very soon, I'm sure. You always see me.
Buy the album.
Yes.
Bandcamp link is in the
regular
video.
Baby.
It's good music.
Thank you.
And myself, Mike Hamley, I am here every Tuesday. I host Indeed. It's the independent podcast about
Indeed, baby.
I have a guest joining me this week. I'll have the Northeast Beast, Alec Price. So, look out for that on Tuesday afternoon sometime. I'll tweet about it. Oh shit, I didn't put. Oh, it's at Mr. Purple TV. It's in the description below too. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Forbidden Door. See you around.